Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Business, and I just want to say thank you for the comments about joining the CC program. Yeah, I'm part of that. Yay! I don't really have anything to show about that just yet. I gotta kind of get a lot more things recorded, and I gotta get a lot of videos out of the way, and then we'll be able to move into that discussion a fair bit, probably in the next Ships and Giggles, but I think I have like 3 or 4 videos ahead of that right now, as far as my queue is concerned. So I just wanted to say thank you on that front. I appreciate it, and yeah, let's get back to some battleship play here. I'm a firm believer of giving up health to make damage happen. It's risk versus reward, and that's what put me in the spot here to be able to manage that shot. You know, there's a given amount of damage that he could possibly do to me in that situation, and I kind of screwed up with the shot anyways, that first salvo there. I wanted to see if I could take out his turrets. One of the problems with doing that, though, is that when somebody loses a turret, they're way more likely to commit to a ram. So in a close range situation like that, you gotta be damn careful. Make sure that you're gonna have the speed and the space to be able to react. I wish I had that shot back. Just a little further back. I think we could have just straight up nuked him. Now this is actually a really important part of the match here. You'll see to my due south, there's a Cleveland. He's really low health, as you can see on the player panel bar on the right. He's very low health, and we need to move into B here and basically prevent them from taking over the map control and all that stuff, right? So the problem is that Cleveland is just one salvo away from death, okay? So that's that. And there's a gearing here in the center, and unfortunately, I think it's a Des Moines and a Roma are to my south there, and they're going around for that Cleveland. The problem is they're taking so damn long to do it. There's a huge amount of timidity for no real reason whatsoever. The dude's only going to take a little bit of damage before he dies, and it's a Cleveland. So get the guts and push, or try to figure out, hey, it's only one salvo away from death, and he's been sitting there for a while now. We can go ahead and move towards, you know, B and not really worry about it. So now, if you take a look at the minimap, those guys are in a bad position because there's a Yamato, and actually I can't quite see what the other ship is, but yeah, now they're really in a crappy spot. They have no cover or anything, and instead of forcing these guys to maybe push in and get closer to us, now they're to the south and it's in open water, and an open water engagement against the Yamato is typically a pretty bad one. So the Roma is pushing against the Yamato, and the Yamato's attention is focused on him, so my attention is focused on the Yamato and seeing if I could possibly help this guy out, because I want to try to win this match. So it looks like he's starting to turn in and slightly accelerate a little bit, so gonna take the shot here, and we roll fantastic dispersion, and I thought that was gonna end up high, but he turned in a bit and gave me a little bit more opportunity to hit a citadel for a sweet dev strike, save that dude's life for about 90 seconds. So moving into B here, because there's a Republic and a Tirpitz coming in, which is not good news for me. Unfortunately, the Minotaur here, I just was not able to get my turrets on him and completely take him out in the one salvo. So 30,000 damage, but he's going to heal a lot of that back. I've got a pretty bad situation here. Those are Shimakaze torps coming in at me, but if I turn any other way, I'm going to screw myself way worse than just taking the torp. So I'll take the torp, get my turrets around on the Minotaur. I know I'm going to take some serious damage here from those guys. See if I can bend this like Beckham, and right over the island. We get the death strike we were trying to go for, but it would have been nice if that just happened in the first place. But knew I was going to die there, but it was really nice, chunky damage. So the very next game that I played, and this is the thing, the Montana has not been playing well for me at all lately. It's been a really hard ship, and I'm pretty damn close to mothballing it for a while. But you know, every now and then you get these things like that. Like I couldn't even watch that because I was paying attention to something else, and I was so worried that I was going to start getting nailed here through my front that I was like, you know, screw this, whatever, I'm gonna back up a little bit. But it didn't happen, so yay. Managed to depth strike the Neptune, and the Cyclone hits, we break off. You'll see on the right side of the mini-map there's 3 ships that we were chasing out of sea, and actually every one of them, the battleships included, were launching HE at me, which is just... that's sad. And anyways, we moved together, which is very important, through B to engage these guys, and one of the rarest things that I experience, a fucking depth strike against a Zao. I can't begin to tell you how infrequent that is. I think that's only my 2nd or 3rd one I've ever had against the Zao. It doesn't happen, because that is the trolliest damn ship in the game. It's like, oh man, there's nothing to compare it to. So, now I'm also in the situation, though, where, yeah, I've got some backup here and everything, and that was a terrible shot. I wish I had that one back. I don't know what I was really trying to do there. I know these shells weren't going to do anything as he was turning in. But we do have a problem, though, as you see him pinging the map there, or somebody's pinging the map. There's a Missouri to the left. Now, my match and my health entirely depends on what this guy's doing, and thankfully, he's looking someplace else, at least initially. So, we take a shot here at the Des Moines, got a good angle there, 1,000 health short of a depth strike there too. And remember, this is the very next game from the previous match, so things are just chunky damage. So I'm okay with that. And again, Missouri's not looking. We've got the Hindenburg to our right, who's going to help us turn just a little bit and maybe protect our Citadel just a touch. And, you know, the problem with these types of matches is that they're over too damn fast. I was really hoping to get that guy into a depth strike situation as well, but nah, it just didn't happen. So, now let me show you this. This was October 18th, 2016. This is important for the next clip because it's the best shot I've ever taken. And yes, the guns sound pretty different. So, basing it off a mini-map here, there's a cruiser over there on the 9 line, and managed to get him. How the hell that happened, I have no idea. So, that was fantastic, and I was so shocked by it, I actually took a bunch of airdrop torps, so that was pretty funny. But one of the things I've practiced for a long time is taking shots based off of the mini-map during a cyclone. And we have a cyclone going on here, and I'm in my curve first. And this, I think, was actually the last game that I played with the 420mm setup. As I've mentioned in the previous video and some of the other videos, I run the 406s with main battery mod 3, yeah. So 25 and a half second reload, and it's you don't really lose anything compared to the 420s, so you might as well get the 3-second boost. I mean, that's basically taking the place of some adrenaline rush anyways. So when you do get low on health and adrenaline rush is really kicking in, you're looking at the low 20-second range for your reload, which is pretty damn awesome. You know, especially with having 12 shells to throw, that's a fantastic amount of damage that you can be throwing out at targets. So I wasn't really sure what I was going to be encountering over here, so popped my Hydro, and we've got the Minotaur. I feel that pain. Yeah, I feel really bad, but, you know, at the same time, it sucks because I had some of my shells blocked by the island. Could have just knocked it out of the park right then and there, but secondary's doing what secondaries do, which is to say not really all that much given his angle and everything, but, you know, just a little bit of damage here and there. That's fine. And get the shells reloaded, take another shot, and thankfully I don't bounce or anything. I was actually really worried that I would just overped the hell out of him, but RNGesus was with me today, so trying to figure out what to do here now. I got a Moskva to my port. He's kind of just sitting there as well. I mean, we have a few ships on the cap there, and it doesn't look like anything's gonna really go all that well for them here, because they've got a fair amount of firepower, actually quite a bit of firepower, that they're going to be able to dump over into this cap, and that's going to leave myself and this Moskva in a bit of a rough situation here. So trying to get stuff done before the cyclone sets, and this is one of the most important aspects of anything to do with cyclones. You want to position yourself well ahead of time, of course, but you need to be able to take out some of the bigger threats that exist, and that means destroyers. If you can get shots on destroyers, you can hopefully hamper their ability to surprise you in a cyclone. And you know, if that's the difference between having one shot to kill him and having to do like turn broadside to get all your guns on him and lay waste to him that way, you know, you're guaranteeing that they're probably, well, you're giving them a really good chance to get more torps off and possibly destroy you in the process of you destroying them. Try to avoid those trades as much as you possibly can, of course, because cyclones give the advantage to the team that's losing, because it gives them time to recuperate. And this is exactly why when people are like, oh, we have 2 caps, don't push. No, fuck that. Push. Make the win happen. You don't sit back and get complacent, because that gives the enemy team all the opportunity to get back into the game. And I'm a firm believer of being aggressive and making things happen the way they should, as far as you don't want to sit around and wait for a win to happen when you have the opportunity to make it happen right then. And sometimes that'll put you in situations where, yeah, you lose your ship. That's not the worst thing. Sometimes the best thing, or how did I say it the other day? Sometimes a win means that you have to die. I'm okay with that. I really don't give a shit about stats. That doesn't bother me in the slightest. So we got our secondaries going off against the battleship over there, taking shots at the Shimakaze over here, and taking some heat in the process. So we got some overpens there, and it was a risk to do this, but you know, with the cyclone setting in and stuff, I'm now in a far better position, and that turnout had to happen. And I'm really lucky that it only did as much damage. Like the incoming salvos only did 25,000 damage. So take another shot here at the Shim, and we get a fire on the enemy curvers there. Checking on the Moskva, he's doing okay. He's bow tanking like a boss. And all right, so here comes the cyclone. We've got a destroyer off to my port side again, and trying to bring my turrets around, my rear turrets at the very least, so we can dump some shells into this curve first. As no, we're not going to get the chance. Okay. Now this, I personally love cyclones though, because it forces closer action, which I think this game should be way more about. But again, that's my opinion. Everybody's got their own stuff. But oh, hey, here's the Yamato. He's gonna just sit there nice and broadside for us. He's on the middle of the cap. Might as well take the shot. We have nothing to lose. Alright, 25,000 damage. I'll take that. Not a problem. So the Moskva is still the focus of attention here. Got the Shim dumping torps and everything. And I'm looking at the mini-map here, paying attention to where those shells are landing and hitting. We're going to aim a little further ahead. Got the front turrets and now the rear turrets. And got the shells hitting. So got 6,000 damage there, and another 20,000 damage there. Yeah, that felt good. So Shimakaze is going to go ahead and lay smoke down for us. And remember, please remember, this is, I recorded this August 24th, 2017. I can go into the smoke and not be detected when I fire. So this is one of those things that, like, I still have clips from like 2-3 years ago lying around, as evidenced by the clip that I showed you just before going into this match from 2016. But I think I'm always going to keep that shot because it holds a place in my heart. So we're going to just kind of move into the smoke here a little bit. Moskva's around half health. Going to see if we can get some help from him. As you can see, his smoke stacks are starting to move forward there. Taking a look at the mini-map again. Take a look. We figured that's the Yamato. Got torps coming in from the Shimakaze. Look at that. More damage based off of the minimap. God, that feels good. I cannot tell you how good that feels, because that's one. It's luck, of course it's luck, but it's a significant amount of practice, and it's showing off that if you practice, you could maybe pull off some crazy crap like that. And then we get the kill. That guy must have been so pissed, and I feel bad, but I really don't at the same time. So, oh man. Yeah, that's like justification for all the hours I've spent in the training room messing around with things, you know? So we got a broadside Montana here, and got 8,500, definitely not the damage I was expecting, like just under 20,000 for a broadside Montana at this range. That is terrible. Oh man, that was embarrassing. I really wish I had that one back. So, because now we're going to get into an awkward situation here, and secondaries are going off against the Shimikaze. Gonna just, he's got to die, and I don't know if the secondaries are going to do it, but I'm just going to shoot in there anyways. Managed to get the close quarters expert, so good job, secondaries. And now we're, yeah, being chased by a Montana. So I did want to say too, not sure if you noticed on the minimap, the Moskva was right there with me, turning in tow. Really, really nice play by him and the Shimikaze too. The Shimikaze sacrificed himself. He was going for the hard body karate. I totally understand that. And magically, a curve first appears, and he's full health. Do you know how much I was looking forward to something like this? Nice 23,000 damage. We get confed and high caliber. I'm okay with this. This is good. We can work this out a little bit, and at this point I was like, oh shit, 300,000 damage. Maybe I can pull this off. But unfortunately, the curve first tends to disappear a bit, and that kind of sucks for me, because now we're back to the Montana. And I really want to blast the hell out of this guy. It's just not happening. So I actually, yeah, switched up to HE, because I figured if he's going to stay like this, my best chance is to work with my secondaries and try to burn him a bit. Whether or not that's actually something that can happen, it's just chance. You know, it's not confirmed one way or another, because it's all just RNG. I could start 3 fires with 1 salvo. I may not be able to start a fire with 10 salvos. I just don't know. But figured it was worth a shot anyways, and maybe it wasn't. So the problem is I don't know if that fire burned itself out or if he used DCP. So that's kind of a bit of a question mark for me here, but I'm going to commit to a turn here after he fires. So we're going to let those shells hit, and I'm going to start pulling hard to starboard and see if I can complete this turn. And this really goes to show you just how goddamn big the ship is. I mean, don't get me wrong, all the tier 10 battleships are monstrous, but the Curve First is an island with a propeller attached to it, you know? It's just ridiculous. But, yeah, he catches me. So, he did a nice 17,000 damage there, and again, I'm really lucky that he wasn't able to do more, but trying to see if I can get these shells to land into the superstructure and along the deck a bit. Yeah, I guess every chunk matters, but oh well. So we got the Moskva backing me up still, and I'm just going in because we gotta get this over with here. And you know, the match is won obviously by points alone, and unfortunately that Curve First did just disappear and get killed. So I was really hoping that we'd get the chance to break 300,000 damage by working on that Curve First a bit more, but you know, whatever, I'll take it. 292,867 damage, which to this point is my highest damage ever. And till the next video, and wait till you guys see some of that. It'll be unexpected, I'll tell you that much. Anyways, yeah, I didn't get the team score. I'm pretty sure it was about 2,900 base XP, but hope you enjoyed the game today, or the video, jeez, the video today, guys, and we'll see you back here next time. Take care.